In 1943, a Dutch princess living in exile was preparing to give birth in a hospital in Ottawa. But there was one problem. According to Dutch law, a child who might one day have a claim to the throne had to be born on Dutch soil. Yet the Netherlands was thousands of miles away, occupied by the Nazis, across an ocean patrolled by German submarines. So Canada did something extraordinary. In 1940, Nazi Germany invaded the Netherlands. Princess Juliana and her family fled and found refuge in Canada. Canadians welcomed them with warmth and kindness. As the birth approached, an unusual question arose. How could a child born far from home still remain fully Dutch? Canadian lawyers found a remarkable solution. A special act was passed. For a short time, the hospital room where the baby would be born would belong to no country at all. Not Canada. Not the Netherlands. No one. On January 19, 1943, Princess Margaret was born in a tiny room that, for a few moments, existed outside the borders of every nation in the world. Because of this, she received only her mother's Dutch citizenship and remained fully a Dutch princess. The next day, the Dutch flag was raised over Canada's parliament, and the bells of the Peace Tower played Dutch melodies. For people living in the occupied Netherlands, the news became a symbol of hope. They listened secretly through forbidden radios. In the middle of war, hunger, and fear, the birth of a princess in a free country reminded them that the royal family still lived, and that one day their country would be free again. In 1945, the war ended. Canadian soldiers helped liberate the Netherlands. Princess Juliana wanted to say thank you. She did not send gold. She sent flowers. That autumn, 100,000 tulip bulbs arrived in Ottawa. The following year, even more came. Soon after, Juliana promised that every year the Dutch royal family would send Canada 10,000 tulips. Dutch flower growers added another 10,000 of their own, and the tradition has continued ever since. For more than 80 years, tulips have continued to arrive in Canada. Every spring they bloom across Ottawa, near the hospital where Marguerite was born, in parks, along canals, and beside city streets. Today, more than 1 million tulips bloom in Ottawa each May. Hundreds of thousands of visitors come to see them, and the city is now known as the tulip capital of North America. Princess Margaret is now in her 80s. She still calls Canada her second home, and that hospital room still exists. The small room that once belonged to no country in the world. Every spring, the tulips return again. They are not just flowers. They are gratitude that never ended. They are proof that kindness can outlive war, fear, and generations. When one country gives shelter to another, sometimes an entire garden blooms in return. And that garden has been blooming for more than 80 years.